your hands, or you can just say good luck, however you want to do it. Thank you. Now we got a hot day to play soccer. It's cold, and now it's really hot. On the water break area. Otherwise, play sportsmanship. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You guys already know what it is. Also, I'm not going to tell you the news how to play soccer. You guys have been playing a long time. Don't like to play soccer, let us know. Watch language, watch live tackles from behind. Have fun.
Number 14, Isabella Brown. Number 16, Cheyenne Harris. Number 17, Natalie Pedro. Number 18, Viviano Dugano. Number 22, Beatrice Ebel. Number 25, Samantha Crispin. And number 29, J.C. Owen. And now the starting lineup for the home team, the Irish of Notre Dame. Starting in goal, number 1, Abby Tatton.
Welcome, Notre Dame soccer fans. Here we are again at Peoria Notre Dame Field. We have a strong southerly wind coming in today, bringing some tropical air to us. I think the last time we were here, I had hand warmers. Now, I am sweating profusely.
I feel like we can't complain about this because all spring we've been complaining about the cold, windy conditions, and today we got a nice hot one.
Well, we have warm, windy conditions now.
That's right.
So it doesn't matter what the temperature is, it will be windy here.
The good news is I don't feel like I'm going to be blown out of the tower today.
No, not today.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Big matchup, Big 12 matchup here for the Irish. And we have Urbana, the Tigers. And looks like different starting lineup today. I mean, I kind of look down and look at the Notre Dame bench. We got a bit of the walking wounded going on down there today. A lot of kids dressing up probably for the first time today. Some kids getting their first start ever for the Irish because of some injuries that the Irish have come upon right now.
Yeah, I think the good news for us is that the majority of those injuries should be cleared up by the start of the postseason next week. We do start regionals next week in Geneseo on Tuesday. And so, you know, if nothing else, some girls are getting maybe a much-needed rest at the end of a long regular season and should be healthy and ready to go for the postseason.
Yeah, I'm 100%. Definitely want to get everybody healthy and get people to be prepared and ready to go and be fresh when you start the postseason. I would definitely have that hog trough full of ice water here from every day on out, and we would be in that thing with ice and legs, hips, everything. Shot, nice save there. Nice shot by Del Valle. Nice ball put across the area here. And a pinger.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 good chances here. You know, we gotta capitalize on it. Get this game put away early, and you know, get yourself in the driver's seat here. But hey, nice opportunities there. Del Valle hits a nice low shot. Keeper makes a diving save, and then we can't quite get it in. Hit the post, and now we put one over. So let's see how we respond to that here. First goal kick of the day for Urbana. Ooh. Suspect on the touch there for Crew. I think she was thinking get it and hit it right away. Irish are going to have to really move the ball, let the ball do the work today against this, you know, pack the bus defense they got going on back there. They basically just parked that in the bag. They've got 11, 10 people behind the ball.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to dribble through them today. As you can see early, it's going to be about getting the ball wide and getting crosses into the box and getting on them, which we need a lot of practice at. So it's not a bad day to get a little bit of work in as well.
You know, that's the way you got to look at it. You know, hey, we know we got to go wide. We know we got to get good service, and let's see if we can get on the end of it and score some balls with our heads and make some nice volleys and just opportunity to score some really nice goals if you really get after it today.
Yeah, another thing maybe you could look for is when a team's sitting back deep into their box is taking a shot from 25 to 30 yards out and trying to get something on target, because you're going to get those kind of opportunities here and there against a good team.
Yeah, that's a good win there by Kenna, or Kaylee Crew. Kenna is her sister. But good battle there for that 50-50 ball. So I didn't have to say that we got to win those balls. So, hey, we won the first one. That's good. It's a good sign. Shot on frame by Carew and kind of cuffed the keeper. I don't think she was expecting that, but does a good job of handling it. And she's going to push her girls out and see if we can't win this next 50-50 ball.
It's not a strong win, but there is a little bit of a win, and it is at the Irish, the back of the Irish this half. So a shot like that, you know, able to.
Carew brings it down. That's a really nice punt for a female goalkeeper here at Notre Dame against the wind. She did a nice job. So hopefully we recognize that and continue to win them. Good decision to play the ball backwards there. See if we can't move it around the back. Gotta be a little quicker with the ball and know where we're going with it before we get it.
I like the idea of taking it back and looking to swing it around. Just got to be a little bit better on the ball in the back and take care of it a little bit better.
It's kind of been our thing all year. I mean, we at times look really good and do that well, and I think a lot of times it's when she's on. Good ball. That was a perfectly timed run. I'm not normally big on the straight ahead runs, but.
Oh no.
Oh, you kidding me? That's bad luck right there. That is hard luck right there.
She did everything right. It was a good run, a good timed
Yeah.
run. She got in behind. She got to the goalkeeper. She had composure, looked to touch it around the goalkeeper, and just a little nonchalant at the end.
Her angle was a little, not as great as she wanted it to be after that touch by the keeper, and unfortunately couldn't tuck it in. Nice run by DQ there. Get the Irish corner here. I'd like to see us do something with this one here. Yeah, I heard that run, to get behind the defense, she did a nice little, I wouldn't call it a diagonal, but she started a little wide and kind of ran at their back defender, and we were able to play it through, and it was a nice run, but got her into space, and just unfortunately just couldn't quite tuck it in. Ooh, good volley, good save. So I'll tell you what, this goalkeeper from Urbana is earning her money today. Rowan Grissom Sullivan has 4 saves already, and could be credited with a 5th almost if she touched that ball before it hit the post.
Well, if you look back at Lucy's near miss there, or near make, she made Lucy make a play.
She made it. She came out and made Lucy go wide and took her angle away from her. You're right, Coach. Does a nice job of going and winning that ball at its highest peak too. So you got somebody here who kind of, or does understand the game and is working pretty hard to keep things out of her net. And another good punt. Almost purposely put it there to where, you could see she was looking to where she was and played it that way. Nice little one-touch ball there. Lucy getting in now. See if she can pull one back. Puts it in. Oh. I think Lucy's kind of feeling that attempt that missed first and kind of wanted to bury that one. I think she had some options in front of the net that if she lays it off, she's going to find herself with an assist there. And she had some runners with her. We've had some opportunities. We're getting in. I do like that we're playing the ball wide and getting some service here. Another well-hit ball. We got to win these with our heads. Those 50-50 balls, we got to win it with our head, and we got to put it back in the area. We can't take it off our body and just allow them to get throws off of it or just give away possession. We need some purposeful, attempts at winning those 50-50 balls.
One thing we didn't talk a lot about is, with it being a little bit warmer, most of the games this season have been in cooler conditions, and you just never know what the weather's going to look like next week or in 2 weeks when we get in, hopefully, into the sectional tournament. And so getting a little bit of time out in this heat, it's really a good thing.
No, you're right. And getting that
acclimation? Tough word.
It's
a tough word.
Tough word for me today. Acclimation's a big deal for these girls right now, because this is like, you're right, sometimes we don't see something like this until it's like almost a sectional, and then you're dying out there. So this is good. I think it's going to level off a little bit next week. Probably be more soccer weather, but good spring, warm soccer weather instead of such a hot weather. But hey, you got to take it. You got to learn from it. Go. She's in if she goes.
Kind of all by herself here. And Lucy got there a little late on the right-hand side. I don't think Allie was expected to be completely into goal from midfield. She turned and said, "Whoa, I can just keep going right
There's
here."
definitely a look of surprise on her face, like, "Oh, I'm in."
Kind of feel like this is one of those games where we just need to get that first goal.
Yeah, I always feel like we play so much more aggressive after we get the first one, and then all of a sudden they just kind of come in like droves, and but it's just for us to get in, we gotta break the seal here. That's a great ball. I mean, we have to be better with that one though. You've got to take that one, bring it down, just hammer it with your foot. Just redirect it to the back, actually the near post on that one. The keeper's already moving away from it.
I think back in your day, that would have been a diving header for you.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. I would have backed up so I could have dove at it.
Because if you didn't do a diving header, Coach Driscoll probably would have taken you out.
Well, and the reason I couldn't pronounce some of the words already today are because of all the headers I took when I was younger. So maybe she's smart not to gosh,
Yeah.
not to do that.
You can tell here from Urbana what they're trying to do. It's an intentional
Oh, yeah,
attempt at an offsides trap. You know, their line gets flat, they pull up, and they're trying to catch us offsides. And we've been fortunate to get through a couple times, and they got us on that one. So you just got to be aware of the fact that Urbana's trying to play an offsides trap.
Yeah, definitely. Your runs got to be a little more. Your runs have to be flat and then release to it with the space getting behind them there, and you know, we'll have to figure that out as we get going here.
Really, it's just, to me, it's an early released ball because while the backs are high, the goalkeeper's within the 18-yard box. So there's a lot of space just to play a ball and run onto it.
Yeah.
If you can keep someone high and make sure you're a good step onside and release the ball early, you're probably going to be into goal.
Yeah, and we need some girls to go with her though too. I mean, I
Yes.
think we've seen it a couple times, but we just aren't going with her. Like, I think we feel like, oh, you're going to be one-on-one, you're going to have a chance, but no, but somebody's got to go with her and help and be an option. Nice. Good tackle there.
So here's a good example.
Yeah.
Time the run, play it earlier. It just took too long. She's going to be offsides. If you saw there, the ball was there to be played. We just held it too long.
Yep. No, yeah, that was a perfect example of it. I think if you're watching at home, you saw like that extra touch and kind of look up and then another touch, and by the time she decides to play it, the girl's already making her run and she's off by 2 steps.
And you could tell Allie's positioning was side on, ready to run. It's just she was like, come on, play it.
Yeah.
And just didn't get played in time.
Yeah. It's a ball. We have to win these balls with our heads. There's a good ball.
Yeah, released early. You can see her, the goalkeeper's
We need to get
kind
in
of
with
stuck.
them. So everybody's like kind of jogging, and now we got to sprint. You know, I mean, so if we can get forward as a group, you know, if we can get Lauren and we can get Miller and Stickelmeyer forward as a group, then we have some options. Where right now, I mean, I'll be honest with you, she's one of the better goalkeepers I've seen this spring. You know, she's cutting angles down. She knows when to come off. She knows when to sit back. And if you don't get with her, we're not going to have opportunities to score.
Yeah, she really hasn't made a mistake yet,
No.
or made a poor decision on when to come out, when to stay. She's made all the right decisions so far, and for that she's got a shutout up to this point. Look there how they pulled up and pulled high together.
No, they're organized for sure, Coach.
And I know even on the boys' side, and I'm sure you've seen it back when you were coaching, and if you haven't seen a lot of true offsides traps where a team just runs forward as a group and you're not used to seeing it, it can be hard to deal with.
It's very, very difficult.
And we used to play Richwoods back in the day on the boys' side, and they would try to run that trap on us where the whole team would basically run the midfield.
Yeah.
And, you know, if it was the first time we've seen it, even if we had talked about it and even trained it a little bit, it can catch you off guard.
It's hard. I mean, it's hard. I mean, because you're not used to it. You're not used to the spacing. You're not used to when, like you said, like you were saying, like when to release, when not to release. You know, when do you pass the ball? I mean, what space are you playing into? And I mean, I'd be, if I'm coaching this game tonight, I'm a little bit nervous right now. You know, I'll be honest with you. Like I'm a little bit concerned that we haven't capitalized on our chances that we've had, and I'm a little concerned that when we are getting in, we don't have runners like sprinting their butts off to get into the box and the area to be an option. You know, it's almost like we're just saying, you just take it. You know, just get us on the board here. It's like we have to go. So Stickelmeyer's coming out. Looks like we're bringing on
Slid up top there.
Bellamy.
Bellamy. Okay.
We haven't seen much of Addison. I mean, this year, this might be one of the. I know she's been up on varsity a little bit. I know she was dealing with some hamstring issues earlier in the year, so be interested to see how hard she plays as a freshman. You know, I think I had her quite a bit in the weight room this summer or this winter, and she works really, really hard in the weight room. So if her work rate is indicative of that, she will do well tonight. Gotta have that win. I'll take that, you know.
You see, here they go. And that line started to push off. Is she on? Is she off? It looks like she's on.
She was on, yeah. by Kaylee there to kind of clean everything up in there. Definitely a different lineup for us tonight. Definitely maybe a little inconsistency from them in the passing and whatnot, because they're not quite used to playing with everybody the same way they would with all the starters. So I'll give them that a little bit, but we have to shore some things up here. You know, here we go. I'd like to see some more possession. That'll work.
There's that early ball from a wide back from Maddie Stickelmeyer up top. Kind of like you talked about, we're without Casey Rogers tonight. We're without Claire Gerard. We're without Ellie Bear. And here's good position for Kaylee to get her shot off. But without those players, you know, Casey generates a lot of offense for us, has scored some goals. Claire is probably our best clinical finisher that we have. And because Ellie's out, you move someone like Jenna Horst, who's been playing attacking mid, back to defensive mid. So you got a lot of new personnel in that front line, in that attacking midfielder position. And so it's a good experience for them, but we got to get our goals.
Yeah, I mean, it is different. And, you know, you those are, you know, it's one thing to say you're missing 4 girls, but when you list those 4 girls, I mean, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I'm willing to bet that you've got over 75% of your goals in those names that you brought up that aren't with us tonight. You know, so that somebody's gonna have to. But you know what? Somebody's got to step it up, and somebody's gonna have to finish here.
I know as a player in this kind of situation, this is an opportunity to show the coaches that, hey, you know, we haven't been great at scoring goals all season, to be honest.
Yeah.
And hey, look at me. I can. If I get an opportunity, I can bang it in the net for you, coach.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think our kids always think that way. You know, I think you and I think that way, but I think sometimes that they don't realize that, hey, man, sometimes your chances are few and far in between, and when you get a chance, boy, you better take advantage of it. You know, put something out there that's an investment into it, and that the coach looks at and says, hey, this is somebody that we can't deny anymore some playing time. We got to get her out there because she's really showing us what she can do.
Especially as you go up in level. You know, you go from playing high school to college. If you're a kid that can put the ball in the net every game, you're going to play. I don't care how good your touch is. I don't care.
Yep.
If you can beat a player one-on-one, if you can show that you have the ability to put the ball in the back of the net, you're going to see the field.
No, you're 100% right. I mean, I look at offsides. I look at like a kid like this. I'm going way, but I'm going to age myself here. And I don't mean to age her. I hope she's not listening. But, you know, Lindsay Meister, who was here, she ended up being a junior college All-American. The touch of a dinosaur. You know, brontosaurus touch, we used to call her. Couldn't trap it to save her life. Isn't going to probably string together more than really, she probably isn't going to help us string any passes together, but she was fast and she could finish. And that's all it took for her. I mean, she scored so many goals, it wasn't even funny. I mean, when she was at ICC, they were winning games 1-0. Basically, we were parking the bus and we were hoping that she'd get a couple chances a game and we'd win 1-0 or 2-1. You know, because of her. So, but yeah, you're right. If you got a chance to score, they're going to find you, and you're going to keep doing it. You're going to keep playing.
Yeah, a recent example. She's on. I think she's on. Yeah, just missed the pass.
Yep.
A good recent example for us is Noah Madrigal. I know there were some people that would come to watch him play, and maybe in the run of play, he'd give the ball away here or there, or lose the ball off his foot, and the next thing you know, he's got 3 goals. So, off 3 chances. And if you got that kind of ability to score goals, you can play at any level.
Yep.
And I know you recently went up and watched a Marquette spring game, and when you watch that high level, there's not a lot of chances to be had.
Nope.
A striker in a Division I game might get 2 to 3 opportunities a game, and they expect you to score at least one of those.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, those games are so contested physically, you know, especially in the midfield. Just it is a bloodbath at times. And I mean, apparently, you know, they're Big East rivals too, but because we had DePaul and Marquette, but it was a fun one to watch. And I'll tell you what, you're right, Coach. They do not have many chances, and when you get one, you better capitalize.
That's what we always, you know, talk about as coaches. You know, throughout the regular season, you might play a game like this, and we might have already had, you know, at least 10 chances, right? And we got no goals. When you get into the regional, you know, say by the regional final, that number of chances is going to go down. You get into the sectional, it's going to go down. You get into the super sectional, it's going to go down. Less and less chances, and you got to still find a way to get goals. That's why set pieces are so important too. You see a lot of games decided in the postseason off of set pieces.
No, you're right. I mean, just being good at little things, you know, like how good are you on your corners? You know, how creative can you be? How much can you you know, get on the end of those? How much can you do with a ball that's within 25 yards on, you know, within the goal? I mean, those are things like I just remember. I learned that from Danny Driscoll, you know, like be really, really good at set pieces. Because if you can be really good at set pieces and if you can get a couple chances a game, and even if you score on, we used to talk about, hey, if we get 10, if we can just get 2 goals, I mean 20% off of your set pieces, and you're getting 20% of goals on it, that's huge. That's a huge number.
It's like we're taking our hydration break right now.
Yeah.
Whoa, someone's coming up.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm guessing this is our athletic director, Mr. Rudolph, because he would be one that would be careless with this door.
No,
I think he just threw some waters up at us.
Threw waters at us, and I think
2 of them for 3 people.
he said that she said, "Here's 2 for you 3. So figure out how you're going to split them." I don't think that one. That might have been Dave Kenny.
No, maybe.
Could have been Dave Kenny. If he's down here telling me, giving us water. I told him, I said, Coach Bear and I don't drink water. We took our salt tablets before we came up here.
Took my pickle juice.
I ate pretzels and pickle juice because I knew I was going to need that extra brine in my system today to help retain some of this water. You know, note to self, wait till you eat all the pickles before you drink all the juice, because I might have destroyed the rest of the pickles.
I'll tell you what, Coach, this is a good opportunity right here for us to get some coaching in. You know, we've obviously been struggling with that offsides trap. We've probably been caught at least 5 times.
Yeah. And
hopefully right now, as coaches, we're talking to them about how do we beat this trap? I know we haven't seen it all year, but how do we beat this?
Yeah.
So it's like an early halftime here.
And you can hear they're talking about it. You know, trying to get, you can hear about the early release of the ball and making sure that we're playing it quicker. So hopefully we're listening and not just drinking water and Gatorade, and we're going to kind of go out and, you know, start doing.
Looks like we're going to get back underway here with an Urbana free kick.
Mr. Franken almost halved it. I mean, he was close. He's about a minute off, I'll say. That's
not a bad ball.
Not a bad ball, but a really good run from Addison there.
Delaney Driscoll making a run down the middle of the field.
Ouch.
At least I liked when we got down the wing, we got an early release, we got into space, and we had 2 runners in the box.
Yeah.
I'd like to see 3 runners there, but at least we had 2 running the box.
Well, 2's more than what we had in the beginning. We were just kind of letting people go, so hopefully we were talking about that at halftime as well. See if we can't switch it over here. Bring it over here. Hit that ball like you live. Come on, Horst.
Here they go again. They're pushing up, and I think they
She's
caught
off.
her again.
Yeah,
Yep.
they caught her. They do. I mean, he does a nice job with this trap. I mean, he's getting them to move up. They're doing it as a unit. I mean, we're 20 minutes in, and we'll see if they can continue to do it for, you know, another 60 minutes. But, you know, I'm impressed with it.
Well, and the longer they stay, you can tell they have it timed on when they step as a unit.
And they're really good at it. That one we don't have any runners with her. It doesn't matter. We're gonna put it in the side net. There we go. We're on the board. 1-0 Irish here in the 21st minute. Miller just moved over to the right side and said that's just where I needed to be. Good finish. Low and hard to the side net.
We'll take it.
Yeah, at this point. Be interesting to see if they kind of come out of this, or if they're going to play straight up, or if they're going to continue to trap.
My guess is they continue the trap. You know, as well as they do it, they had to have done this, or this has to be a way in which they play throughout their other games. 'Cause, you know, I think it'd be really difficult to put something like that in place for one game.
Good run.
And we're doing a better job of.
What
That's a run from the midfield there
Yeah.
from Delaney Driscoll, which is another way to beat a trap.
Ooh, just get. Delaney got to get a little tougher. Take that on. Heard footsteps and tried to cut it back, and that did not work well. Yeah, you can hear the coaching staff asking everybody to get forward with us. So that's something we definitely got to get better at. We got 2 balls on the field. Very efficient ball girls.
And if I was one of our wings, you know, if you ask me, I'm probably not coming back a whole lot. I stay high, I watch the line, I time my run, and I just get in. I don't really need to come back.
That's what we don't. You bring up a great point. I mean, that was something we always talked about when we get into situations like this. Like, you wing players, if you're ever offsides, you should probably just sit over here on the bench, because you get to look right across the field and see, and you can run right across it and then release when you need to. So
exactly.
There's no reason to ever be offsides from that advantage point.
And if you stay high in this scenario, if one of the wing gets in, you're coming down the opposite wing, you're likely going to get on the end of a cross.
Yep.
And be in position to get on the end of a cross. There's a lot of different ways to beat a trap. You can beat a trap just with an early release ball. One of the things I haven't seen yet, see if we can get on the end of this. Yeah.
Ooh. Hit it.
And we talk about an up back through, where you play into a forward, lay off to a mid, and then maybe play a wing running through. You know, sometimes you can beat an offside trap just dribbling through. Yeah. They're running up and you dribble through.
Sometimes that's the most effective way. I mean, against some teams, because they don't expect you're going to do that. It was a great, that ball that was played across was really a great service.
On the corner?
Yeah.
Ellen Dahlquist with the corner there.
And she smoked that ball in there. And I'm not sure who was right there on it, but we got to get a little braver in the box and finish those balls.
I think the word you used there was a great word. Again, giving another throwback to Coach Driscoll, but on those set pieces on corners, you know, I know he used to talk all the time. It does not have to be pretty. If it hits your shin guard, and back in the day when they were putting scores in the paper, he would say, your name still gets in the paper. I don't care if you hit a bicycle kick or hit off your knee. Yeah. It still counts and your name still goes in the paper.
Just get it in.
You'll see here they timed this. That's it.
The ball's in. Yeah, I mean, I think a little bit even quicker would be. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. We had some runners there, you know. I mean, maybe if we put that ball on the ground, you know, we're gonna have a better chance at it. But I do appreciate the fact that we had a couple runners in with her. You know, sometimes for a team like us, this is difficult, because I think it goes against kind of how we want to play. You know, we're not used to that. Hey, just play one ball. Basically, our kids probably look at it like I'm just playing long ball over the top, and we're not. We're always preaching against that, you know. And you've got to kind of break that idea that, oh man, that it's not long ball. It's just a matter of you're just trying to find the space where it's at.
I think you mentioned earlier, I still wouldn't be opposed to us knocking a few passes just around the back line, with the understanding that they're going to continue to press up, and then, like I mentioned, maybe a midfield they're running through.
Because that last chance we just had was because we switched it through the point, you know, kind of went to the back, into the midfield, back out wide, and then Stickelmeyer was able to find a ball doing that when we got the point of attack got switched.
Good hands from the goalkeeper.
I was just going to say, she makes great decisions. I mean, let's think about what she's been beaten on. A side netting shot that just tucked inside the post. I mean,
And we don't have the angle on that shot, but I wouldn't be surprised if she had cut the angle pretty good. It was just a great shot.
yeah, I mean, it just got in. I mean, it had to be like
Low,
almost perfectly placed.
side netting.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with this. Let's just circulate the ball quickly. That's the key. If we're going to pass it around the back, you just got to do it quickly. Yep, just keep moving it. And if you look at a lot of our players right now, everybody's kind of standing around.
She's off.
Yeah, he called it. Yep. You know, I think the only thing I don't love that we're doing is when the girl's getting ready to play the ball, everybody's just standing like, okay, kick it, kick it, kick it.
Track
okay,
meet.
now I'll go.
That's what I used to call it. It's not a track. We're not going to sit here and look like a track meet. You're going to be moving.
They're waiting for the gun to go off instead of move a little bit sideways, horizontally, or maybe show a little bit back to the ball, but be ready to go.
Yep.
If you're Urbana, you got to be happy with the way things have gone so far.
There's a good win. That's a good head ball win. That's my player of the game so far.
Jane Gears with the head
Gears
ball.
with the play of the game in my
Early,
mind.
too long.
Just
too
hold it way too long. Or
See,
you
again,
or
there's
you
the
just dribble
dribble.
through it.
That's the thing. You can just dribble through an offside trap a lot of times.
Get your head up.
It's a good finish.
We have found her weakness, and that is to her right in the side netting. from the right side to the left post. 2-0 Irish here. So we strike again in about 8 minutes, roughly. Great finish by Carew. And like you said, Coach, dribble right through it sometimes, you know. I think probably Carew saw that those two were offsides already because she held it a little long and then decided to just, hey, I'm going to go ahead and take it myself and keep these guys on and basically reset it.
Yeah, it looked as if she kind of looked up for a second and then almost kind of a hesitation, drew in the defender, and then speed burst right around her and get the goal.
She kept that ball in.
Great job by the goalkeeper again.
She does a nice job.
And I love the technique there, leading with her hands.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
You know, we always talk about putting your chest on the ball, right? If you try to put your chest on the ball and they go a little bit to your right or left, you're either going to block it with your hips or you're going to put your hands right on it. You know, and that's really what she did. Got to win that with our head.
Your player of the game, Jane Gears, did.
Right, I'm telling you. I mean, it took one play for me to make that decision. And you know, some people will argue I made it early in the game, but I'm gonna stick by it right now.
I think we need to start crowning a Coach Blackford player of the game. It's going to be whoever wins the most head balls.
You win the most head balls, you make the most tackles and stay on your feet. You know, you're gonna probably be my player of the game.
I don't know what the award would be. Maybe like a Coach Blackford bobblehead or something.
Probably an old chewed-up soccer ball that just says, "Hey, look at me, I'm just a bad dude that just gets after it." And then you just go out and head that chewed-up soccer ball to make you know, put a little scar tissue on your on your forehead.
It's like you're at the John Gaspar facility where they got those balls hanging from the ceiling and you got to jump up and hit them.
Yeah. But they don't realize it's a bowling ball. If you can, like the movie, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge anything. Well, if you can head a bowling ball, think about how soft that soccer ball will feel when you get back.
Sounds like a good training technique. It's like juggling with a little ball, right? Then
Yeah.
it makes it easy to juggle with a big ball.
Good run by Del Valle to get in here, see if we can get our head up and find somebody.
We got one in the box.
And yeah, we're not there. I think Carew looks a little tired. A little, I will say, tired right now. It's not staying with it. You don't see that very often. Carew getting pushed around.
Yeah, in that scenario, we had our left wing and both attacking mids that didn't join the party. So
And it's a party, man.
It's a party.
Party in front of the net.
I mean, who doesn't want to score a goal, right?
Well.
I mean, these are the kind of games I would dream to
Yeah.
play up top. You're going to get chance after chance to get on the end of a ball in the box, get a goal.
I have to learn to keep quiet at some of my younger son's games. You know, he's playing travel now, and you know, Mike, they don't let these kids head.
Yeah, I know.
And we were up in Milwaukee a couple weekends ago, and one of the kids headed, you know, made a nice, actually really nice play. Just came up, won the ball. They're blowing the whistle. What's the deal here?
You were going to give him the player of the game.
I was going to give him the player of the game. And they called it back, and it's like an indirect kick from there for the other team because he headed it. And I talk a little loud sometimes, and a parent from another team is like, they can get hurt. I said, okay, you're right, sure. You also could not learn to head well.
I honestly think it's a problem. The problem is, the reason they put these rules in place is because you've got some of these coaches that sit there and like, okay, we're going to work on headers and we're going to work on them for an hour straight.
Well, yeah,
that's silly, right?
Silly.
But unfortunately, I think what's happened is people have not learned to head the ball correctly or are afraid to head the ball. And then if you get older and you head the ball incorrectly, it hurts worse and you're more likely to get hurt.
Yep. No, yeah, I 100% agree. I mean, I'll be honest.
Oh, there it is again.
Man.
Almost three in a row.
Somebody on that coaching staff told our girls, hey, side netting to her right.
That's it.
That's what we got to do.
That's what we talked about during the hydration break.
Yeah.
But right, like if you know when you're young how to head the ball properly in the proper spot on your head, as you get older, you're more confident to go win a punt out of the air instead of letting it hit the ground.
Yeah.
If you're not confident on where that ball is going to strike your head, and then it hits you in the wrong spot on the top of the head one time, you're never going to want to head it again.
Yep, you're right. I mean, we did a ton of heading when I was here, and it's more of we did a lot of stuff where we were just on the ground, you know. We'd do sit-ups to headers. We would do, you know, from our knees to headers, just learning to use our body to get the power. But at the same time, it was all about hitting the ball, striking the ball right on your forehead so that it doesn't hurt there, right? You know, so I was amazed. I couldn't believe it. I mean, and I guess I'd known that. I guess I'd heard that, but I'd never seen it. Oh boy, keeper came out and had a nice play, trying to punch that ball. Unfortunately, looks like Jane was trying to get that second head ball, and you know that happens. That's part of the game. I'll take that foul. You know, playing hard, trying to win a 50-50 ball in the box.
And you give the other team a goal kick.
Yep, that's what you're doing. Who cares? You're 120 yards away from your goal.
Yeah, everybody out there that's played the game and has taken a goalkeeper punt on the top of the head knows what that feels like.
So bad.
It's so bad.
And it happens. I mean, there's
It
times
does.
you go up and
you jump with another player and you get put off a little bit.
Exactly. You think you're about to get it, and then all of a sudden a little bump, and it's like, oh man, that hurt.
But it's part of the game. You know, you gotta, like we talked about, as you go up in level, you do not see balls hitting the ground.
Right.
Off goal kicks, off punts.
And the funny thing is, like, the second balls are even more contested than sometimes the first ones.
At the next level, if there's a corner kick that lands at the 6 and hits the ground, both teams are screaming.
Yeah.
You know, one team saying, how did we not score a goal? And the other team saying, how did we let that hit the ground in our box?
Yep. There's another head ball. I don't know if that's quite player of the game head ball, but
start judging the head balls on a 0 to 10 scale.
Yeah.
That was probably a 4. 3?
I'd be a 3.
Jane's maybe more of like an 8.
She's an 8
Yeah.
for sure on
Yep.
that one, you know. I've yet to see a 10 this year. But it's not
Getting
over
there.
yet.
We're getting there.
Yeah, baby steps. Good ball, good little run.
Need numbers.
Who wants to get
Need
with
numbers.
her? Who wants to come to the party, as Coach Bear would say?
Join the party. This is the kind of game where you stay up and you make your coach yell at you to come back. I'd be living in that box.
Yeah.
Coach would be like, come back. Like, I'm just going to stay right here.
No, Coach, I'm good up here. Good ball.
Good ball, yeah, great ball.
job to hold on a possession there. Good ball, good keeper. Just, I mean, she comes off. She controls that 6. I mean, I think that's crucial. You know, if you can control the 6, and you know, that's tough on a team when you got a goalkeeper that controls the 6 all at all times. You know, like girls keepers I always talked about controlling all the way to the 12. You're pretty darn good if you can control to the 12 and out. But, I mean, she is doing a nice job of not giving us any attempts to on second balls or letting balls squirt across to anybody else on the backside.
Yeah, going back to the Noah Madrigal story, I was talking to him. I watched one of his games. I think it was his freshman year at Marquette. She's going to get to that. And Delaney making a run. Looks like Parker on the right wing trying to get there.
Good ball. Oof. Great ball. Good leave. Well struck.
Great shot.
Really nice job there laying that ball off.
It's one of Kaylee's biggest strengths is being able to take shots from distance.
Yep.
And she's got 2 goals today, 2 of the 3.
Yeah, she did. Doing a nice job.
And we talked about it. You need someone to step up and get the goals in a game like today when you got some players out. And
Yep.
Kaylee, being a senior captain, has done the job for us today.
Yep. Nice job there, good finish. But, you know, more importantly, you know, we had good service, and then we also did a nice job of, hey, saying, I don't have a good angle here, and you have a better one, and they laid it off, and we were able to score. See if Lucy can get in here.
So going back to my story real quick. So I was watching a game with Marquette, Noah Madrigal, and I got a hold of him, and I was like, hey, I noticed, you know, they didn't seem to use you much in the, he was playing the center forward position. I said, it didn't seem like they used you much in the run of the game. They weren't playing into your feet and things like this. He goes, well, no, that's not my job. They basically told me I just need to stay up high, live around the box, and when the ball comes to me, I need to score. That's my job.
I like those simple instructions.
We've got wings to create things, we've got mids to create things. My job is to score.
Yeah. I would love that job if I was a solid, you know, college player that could score. That'd be a great job. I'd love a coach to tell me that.
Because he was used to playing here at Notre Dame where we'd want him to check back, touch the ball, be involved in the game, link up a little bit with his midfielders. And nope, not at Marquette.
Not there.
Stay up there and score goals. That's your job.
Yep.
A few minutes left here in the first half. 3-0 lead for the Irish.
Win this out of the air. Come on, Stickelmeyer. Oof. Gotta win it with our head. Nice touch. Gotta get some runners.
It's one of those scenarios that's a little bit hot out today, and you're thinking, do I want to make this run or not? Is it going to come to me? Maybe, maybe not. But it's one of those things you got to get in the habit of making those runs. Yeah. You know, you make every run because the one time you don't make the run, that's when the ball would have ended up at your feet.
Well, and then the other aspect of runs is, like, you're not going to get the ball in the majority of the runs you make, right?
Yep.
But somebody else will. You know, you're going to draw a defender to you, hopefully, you know, to open up one of your teammates. So your runs are about being really unselfish. You know, when we don't make runs, we're not creating opportunities for the team as a whole, and it is somewhat selfish. We have to be better than that.
Here we got some girls running.
Oh, yeah, you got some. Oh.
That was Bellamy again, I believe.
Bellamy, and I think, you know, in her defense on that one, I feel like maybe a little communication, somebody screaming at her that she's got time, that she can kind of settle that ball and then hit it with the right foot. Because, I mean, she found a little slot there. She was wide open.
And that was a tough ball to handle. It's coming across your body, and it's like, do I take this with my right foot?
Yep.
Do I let it come across to my left foot? Do I have time? Do I not?
Yep. Communication solves a lot of problems. Ball. She's been active on that flank. You know, done a nice job of getting in and have some pretty good service. And we just haven't don't have anybody getting on the end of it right now.
Yeah, I think both wide backs today, both Maddie Stickelmeyer and Ellen Dahlquist have both been getting involved, and I know we've talked about it. It's one of the areas I'd like to see more in some of the bigger games, is trying to get one of those two involved in a lot more of our attacks. Both of them are comfortable with the ball.
Yeah.
Both of them can serve a good ball. It's like the National Guard's checking in on us here.
Goalkeeper comes out. I mean, this little bouncy ball that, you know, a lot of keepers aren't going to come win, and she just comes out and just makes it look like it's easy. She's done a nice job today.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh. Oh, look at that. Did you, Coach, you missed it.
I missed it. What happened? Did it go in?
It went in. Carew won it out of the air and just put it right back at the goal, and it bounced underneath the bar and straight up into the.
A little late,
Time
though,
had
right?
run out.
Time had run out.
Time had run out, but it was really, you know, a really nice win. You know, well placed, and unfortunately, time had run out though. Well, I think we'll take a break here for about 10 minutes and be back with you with more action as the Irish lead the Tigers here 3-0 on a beautiful day at Notre Dame Stadium. We're back. Irish with the throw in here. See how the Irish coach, if they come out and kind of done some adjustments, so to speak. See if we can get in a little bit.
I could hear Coach Della Valle getting a little excited with them at halftime.
Yeah.
Tell them they need to be a little bit more hungry around the box to get on the end of those crosses and get some more goals.
Oh. That's not going to work.
Not on this goalkeeper.
No, not against her. Not going to work.
Now she's got the wind at her back this half. Let's see what she can do with these punts.
I was just thinking the same thing, Coach. We'll see what she can do with this.
That's pretty good.
Punt.
Almost
over
to
the
midfield.
top of us, yeah.
And a ball that hits the ground.
You're just trying to make me angry.
It goes back to
I would honestly, I would have I had a stat on that, and we would sit there. Our walking wounded would be keeping stats on that. How many balls hit the ground? Who won the head balls? Who didn't win head balls? We would deal with that the next day.
It's a good ball. Parker.
That's a great ball.
Great angle too, coming in toward that near post. Just didn't get enough on that cross.
That's a good idea. There's not enough pace on it. Play quicker. Got one coming.
It goes back to what we talked about when we were talking about making every run, just to get in the habit of, I'm going to make every run no matter who we're playing, no matter what the situation is. I think it's the same thing with head balls. You could say, you know what, we're 3-0 up, this game's kind of in hand. You know what, do I really want to put my head on this ball? Probably not in this game, but you have to get in the habit of winning those balls so it becomes a consistent thing that you do every single time.
I mean, you and I, you've played the game at a high level, and I mean, I can just remember, like, in games where there was somebody who was just so dominant, it's demoralizing. You know, if the balls are being played and there's just one dude or one gal that is just winning it every time, and you don't have a chance, and you know what, to win one, I mean, it's demoralizing. So why wouldn't you work on that and try to be that kid or those kids that just don't ever let balls land and they're just jamming them right back down your throat?
Do you remember Shannon Taylor?
Oh, yeah.
Shannon, Coach Driscoll used to always make us call the ball, which I think is important, right? Who's going to go get it so you don't have two people going for the same ball? And Shannon used to always say Shannon's ball. So a punt would be, and he'd say Shannon's ball, and he'd go get it. That's how he called for it. And so when you heard someone say Shannon's ball, you knew Taylor was going to go get on the end of that ball.
Yeah, and you better get out of the way because he's coming through it.
That's right.
You know. Foul there by Carew. Came up a little gimpy. I hope she's okay.
Definitely don't need another girl on the sideline
No.
with an injury. Looks like she's able to run that off. I think she's obviously not a softball player.
No.
She'd be in season for softball right now, right? But she's got good hands.
I mean, anything high, she just collects, you know, and she doesn't spill anything. You know, I think the only balls that she's had to, like, I wouldn't even call them spills. They were just parried balls wide, you know, and when she parried them, they were wide enough that we couldn't really get on the end of them. Make a good ball right now.
There's another example of just dribbling through the line. Good finish, too.
Great finish. Really, she did a nice job there just kind of collecting it, and I think the defenders felt like she was going to play the ball through, and she just split them and got in. Really nice job there, and a great finish. I mean, I'll say this: we've scored 4 nice goals.
Yep.
All to the backside into the side netting.
That's not going to get you a Coach Blackford award, though. Got to get a dirty goal, right?
I've already awarded it.
Oh, okay, it's already done.
I mean,
for this game.
I could come up with a different award. But I mean, right now I've given it to Jane because of her ability to win that great head ball. Now,
I think we should bring Jane up after the game for an interview.
we probably will. I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't at this point. But I mean, here's the thing, though. Jane could give it away. I mean, there's going to be an opportunity for her to win more head balls. And I'm going to tell you right now, if she shies away from one,
could be taken away.
Yeah, it'll be revoked on the spot before she even knows she got it.
Until she watches this broadcast back.
Well, and then she'll see. She'll be upset. I mean, there's no doubt. If it gets revoked, I mean, she'll have to say to herself, I had that in hand. Good ball by that.
It's a great ball by
Horst,
yep.
Ooh. Great
That's
ball,
a good
great
goal.
finish. I'll tell you what, that's a beaut right there. Lucy did it. You know, that's a great finish by Stickelmeyer with that, just redirecting it with the side of her foot. But I really enjoyed that Lucy was able to kind of hold that in, let the defender kind of fly by, and then looked up and put it right on her foot. That's a great goal by the Irish. That might be the prettiest one of the day, but still not going to get the award. Probably the only way that someone else is going to get the award, Coach, is a diving head
Diving
ball
header.
goal.
Yep, that's what I want to see.
I'll tell you what, any diving header will probably get it for you. Come up with a little grass in your teeth and don't even brush it out. Just keep playing.
It's more toughness right there from Jane Gears. I don't know if you noticed that.
I saw that.
It's going to strengthen her chances to hold on to this award today.
It's hers to take home. I mean, at this point. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that she doesn't know.
I wonder if the girls on the bench heard us. Maybe they've communicated that out to the field. I'm not sure.
I don't know. We got a motley crew down there. We got somebody with a 1999 digital phone down, or digital camera, it looks like.
You know, those are coming back. We were talking about
really?
that. Oh, yeah, the old
That's like-
Walkmans,
look at
the
that.
CD players. Yeah,
Dries has an old digital phone, it looks like.
that's it.
Stole from her mom. Mom probably had it in college.
Heard like mixtapes are coming back in.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Cassettes, yeah. Cassette
No
tapes.
way.
Yes. Thing. You break out your old Sony Walkman. You might be able to make a little bit of money on that.
Dang, I got the yellow sport one.
Do you see where that with the shock protection?
Yeah, you got to pin it shut. You know, and I'm out running, doing my thing. Those were nice. Did that.
So 50% of the people that are listening have an idea what you're talking about, and 50% don't.
There's a thing for Google for everybody.
That's right.
A little juking and jiving there by Lucy.
Lucy's had a good second half.
Yeah.
She's been very dynamic coming
Trying
down
to
the
bring
left
that
wing.
ball back. So let's lay it off. Oh, a little bit quicker on that layoff. I think you had Lauren
Yeah,
Del
Lauren
Valle
Del Valle.
right there.
There's going to be an opportunity for Ellen to drive and serve. Here's your diving header. Here we go. Right here. Who wants it? Oh!
I'll tell you what. She puts that in the side netting. Gears has been revoked.
Sorry, Gears. Sorry,
But right
Jane.
now, Gears is still holding on to it.
Could see the relief on Gears' face after that one.
Even though she doesn't know she's won the award, Coach.
So you can see one of the trends here on the field and on the sidelines. The sleeves rolled up. I'm just wondering if when you played, Coach, if you ever did that, rolled your sleeves up.
I did not. No. About you, Coach. You probably cut your sleeves off.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Kind of that football cut, you know, where you cut it, slid it all the way down.
I bet you didn't, because you'd been so sunburned you wouldn't have moved the next day. You'd walk in the door after practice, your mom would have chastised you like, you know you're going to be sunburned tomorrow. You're like, Mom, it'll turn into a tan. She's like, you've never had a tan in your life.
Oh, right here. Oh.
Man, the chance to really do something there.
Tell you what, though, Lauren looked like she was making an attempt to head that. Just kind of carried a little bit over her head. Here we go. doing a much better job of timing those runs this
Yeah,
half. I don't know if we've been called offsides this half yet.
No, we have not. But the other aspect too is we got more runners going in too. That we've getting people in front of the 18 or in the 18. Hit that thing like you live. Come on, Stick.
No, I've had those talks. I'm sure you've had those talks at halftime where like, how many times do we have to be called offsides until we figure this out?
The next
Sometimes
time
it's just,
we get called offsides,
you get called offside, you're coming
you
out. Yep. Especially like you said, those wings that are just looking right across the line.
I may not put you back in ever again.
Like, are you not paying attention, or do you not know the rules? What are we doing here? Diagonal ball.
See if Miller can't find somebody here. Ooh. Okay, guys, we've seen this goalkeeper punt 4 times now this half. We know that she's going to put it at the midline. So go to the midline, actually get 5 yards behind the midline, and then go up and win a head ball. That's what I would be saying right now. I'd be like, get those balls.
I think the coaches were just trying to get it back to Addie, get her a touch back there.
What I'm going to do, I think I'm going to have to revoke this award if I see people going away from these head balls. Ooh, good tackle.
Good, Delaney. Pretty good little build there.
Yeah,
a few passes to get down the field.
Started over here.
Ball across on the ground.
Man, get with her.
Oh, great play.
Great save by the keeper. I wish, I think Stick had like one option there. That was to kind of shoot on her. But we had 2 girls that kind of just stalled their runs out at the top of the 18. And if they just run and they scream at her, they're getting the ball at the penalty spot to just tuck it in.
Oh.
Ooh. Win it back.
Unlucky there.
Yeah, just win it back now. Win it back.
Oh.
Collision right there.
That is a big collision. I don't
Everybody's
think any
up.
ill intent there. Just
No.
she got there a little bit late.
2 kids playing hard. Going after the ball. Got a little bit of the ball, a lot of foot.
Here comes Ellen Dahlquist again down the wing.
Nice
I like that
ball.
run from Allie. It was a diagonal run.
Nice, smart run there. Ooh. Good opportunity here for the Irish. Win it back. Addie, come get it. There we go. Oh, quick throw, get us out. Let's go. I like it.
Switch the field.
Stickelmeyer's. I think she was in. On. She's on.
Oh.
Actually, pretty well called by the official there.
Yeah, the ARs today, they're putting in some miles because they're having to work up and down that line. The job of the assistant referee is to stay in position even with the offsides line to make the decision, make the call. And so when they move up, you got to move up with them. When they drop off, you got to drop off with them. So it's a lot of work. And I feel like he's got most of the call. I don't remember an obvious one that he aired on either side today.
Well, I think he could have aired on that one because Stick was like she was 8-10 yards off, and Delaney came from behind the line on the run. you know, he was able to say, okay, she's out of it, she's in on it, and we're going to play. Go the other way.
Ooh. Eyes caught the baseball. Came over there for a second.
What happened?
A deep shot to center field. Almost made a play just over our glove. Who's playing over there today, Coach Blackford?
It's like we got normal community or normal West is here. I'm not
Okay.
sure which normal school.
What level?
Sophomores, I believe.
Sophomores, okay.
Good ball.
Oh, that was the header
that was
opportunity.
it.
That would have
was
been it right there.
Diving header.
That would have been it.
It was in. We got somebody offsides on the second ball that came in.
Oh. He just recognized. Just saw the flag. Man, that would have been a highlight reel right there.
I'm telling you, we'd have been playing. I would have said, don't even play the rest of the game.
Just would have left. You would have threw
do-
your headset
I would have
down.
and I would have said, Mike, just continue to play that replay over and over until this game is over. It is. That's all we want.
Game's over.
It's over. 6-0. We're done. Delaney with a good win there and try to put it right back on, you know, on Addison's foot. Maddie holding that ball in over there. Ooh, close.
Overlapping run here from Ellen. She's going to put another. She's got a little bit too much on that
Yeah.
cross.
Ball's going to stay up in the air today if you hit it, go in that direction. If you hit it that way, you got to drive it in there.
So it is our last regular season game. Next week starts the regional, like we mentioned, at Geneseo. And then the following week, we'll be hosting the sectional here at Peoria Notre Dame. And I believe we do plan to stream all of the games from the sectional tournament, whether Notre Dame is participating or not. So put that on your calendar.
Sectional soccer is fun soccer. There'll be 4 good teams here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't know who they'll be, but they'll be good. And you know, I would assume that we should be one of them.
I think the 4 highest seeds, so if seeds were to play out, I believe it is Notre Dame, Dunlap, Morton, and I believe the 4th one is Washington. Is that right?
I think it is.
Yes, I think that may be right. But the path for Notre Dame would be, the regional final would likely be against Geneseo, at Geneseo.
Yep.
And then the sectional semi would, the seeds hold, it would be Morton here in a sectional semifinal. And the sectional final, if all the seeds were to hold and we were to advance, it would be Notre Dame against Dunlap in the sectional final. Which maybe is, we've seen that a few times in years past.
Yep.
But there's no easy game. I think hopefully the regional semifinal we can take care of business, and after that every game's going to be up for grabs. I know we played Geneseo one of the first games of the regular season, and we were able to win that game 1-0 at Geneseo. But it was a hotly contested game. I know we had a few girls out, but hopefully we have everybody back for that game.
Yeah, it's going to be imperative we get everybody healthy. Oh. Good recovery by Jane to kind of get back in there and win that ball.
You you probably got a little bit of heavy legs out there too. It is warm, and I don't know if Ellen Dahlquist or Maddie Stickelmeyer's come out yet. I don't think our center backs have come out yet. I don't think Jenna Horst has come out yet. I don't believe Kaylee hasn't been subbed out very often. So the core players have pretty much been on the field the majority of the game.
Yeah. Yeah. At this point, you've played what, 60 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. They're heavy-legged at this point. Wondering where this heat came from and everything else comes with it. I think we'd get a stoppage here pretty quickly for water.
And it could be something from the coaches. I don't know this for sure. I didn't talk to them, but he might be playing some of those girls bigger minutes, knowing that you got a few days off here until the regional semifinal. Hopefully that's not as difficult of a game. So you got a little bit of a break until your next difficult game. So you want to get some of that match fitness and put them in the elements and make them work through it a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, something to be said for that. You're going to get, what, about a few days off here, not many. Come back and start our whole thing over, the new season.
Girls recently went up to Chicago for a 2-game stint up there against Naperville North and Palatine Fremd. I actually was up there for those games and played 2 really good opponents, especially Naperville North. They're the #1 ranked team in the state for a reason. They were a handful for sure. But it was a good experience for our girls. Again, we went up there a little bit shorthanded, but we competed hard. We gave good effort. Lost to Naperville North 4-0, and then had to come back the next day and play Palatine Fremd at Fremd. And were able to hang tough in that game. I thought Fremd had the better of the game, the majority of it, and then probably like about the last 20 minutes, kind of put a press on there at the end and had some good chances to equalize and came up a little bit short in that game.
Yeah, it's going to be a good experience for us as we go into the postseason, playing against those, bigger school, probably much deeper than us. Probably we're able to kind of sub freely, never lose anything. We have to, kind of battle with our top, 12, 13 kids, and then if you're missing some.
North was a great, I know we got film on that game. I would have my girls watch that game a million times, because if you want to see a team that attacks balls and really puts an emphasis on set pieces, it's Naperville North. They had a girl so when they would get a throw in deep, really probably 30 yards and in, they would bring up their center backs. One would go take the throw and the other one would go in the box and be the target. And the one center back that was the target was probably a legitimate 6'2".
Wow.
And a big, tall girl. Actually, her brother was one of Naperville North's better players, a Division I player here in the last couple of years. And, they would attack the ball. So it was a great thing for our girls to see, just a team that really attacked the ball, was super aggressive, that had some size, and then had a really defined way in which they played. They got the ball to the wings. They had girls that could break you down on the wings. They would run the box. They would attack the balls in the box. It just was really impressive to see.
Yeah, that's I always enjoyed getting to play teams like that, so that you can, like you said, you can show your kids, and like you said, watch that film and be like, hey, watch how this girl who's the same age as you plays the game in terms of how hard or how well they finish or whatever it is. There's so much you can learn from that. Good.
And we've got a little juggernaut up there at Naperville North, both on the boys and the girls side. And Naperville's really a hotbed for soccer. There's a ton of clubs up there.
Yeah.
And those schools, Naperville North's probably a school of 3,500 kids. So they got some kids to pick from as well. We're a program. I know on the boys' side we're usually about 40 players, and probably on the girls' side a little bit less than that this year. But you go up into a program like Naperville North, they have 5 teams.
A little flip throw action, Coach.
Oh yeah, she's got that. I've seen that before. On our club soccer team, we have 2 girls that can do a flip throw, so that's kind of a nice thing to have in your back pocket.
Oh yeah.
Checking the clock over there. How much we got, Coach Black?
19 minutes.
19 minutes left.
19 minutes left.
It'd be nice to finish this game strong.
Yeah.
You know, continue to do things the right way this half. Put a couple more goals on the board.
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like we've kind of quit doing the things that got us those goals. You know, we're not getting in with numbers like we were, and you know, we're kind of picking and choosing what runs we want to make, and you know, that's not what got us those goals. It was those unselfish runs and getting people 2 or 3, 4 people in the box in different areas, and got to continue to do that here as we finish the game.
The second half started off with a lot of excitement. I want to see it end with some excitement here.
Yeah.
Scored some really great goals, doing things the right way. Love to see us finish with a nice little flurry here.
Yeah.
That's a good ball.
Take a corner off of that. See if we can't get on the end of something here.
So again, stay tuned with us here after the game. We're going to try to get Jane Gears up for a post-game interview.
It'll be a short interview. I mean, you won. She's.
Whoa, whoa! I'll find something to give her up here.
We got a can, we got a can of.
We got a
we're
water.
gonna give away some sunscreen.
Actually, this water would be probably a very.
That's a hot commodity in a day
That's what
like
I'm
today.
saying. Because right now it's one water and it's 2 of you guys, Mr. Cunningham here and Coach Blackford. So we're gonna have a arm wrestling match afterwards to see who takes the water.
He can have it. I mean, he's working harder than I am. Let's see if we can't get on the end of one here. I like that.
Another great.
That's the first
play.
ball that she has spilled.
Yeah, but I don't know if she's going to get her hands on or catch that ball unless she
No, I bet
completely lays out for that. But I tell you what, she got her hands on it and it interrupted the.
It kept everything from happening, you know.
Probably should take a moment to thank our athletic director for tuning into the broadcast. You know, usually most athletic directors that I know that I've been around are typically at the games, but some prefer.
I'm sure he's here somewhere.
No, some prefer just to sit in their air-conditioned office and just watch the stream online, or not watch at all.
He's on campus, right?
You think
he's on campus in his office?
You think so?
Watching the game.
Okay.
Hey, Dave.
Oh,
Ooh,
there's
nice
the goal.
Finish.
There's
That's the
goal.
one. That's exciting. We'll take it. Nice finish. Oh, a little one-timer in the top shelf. There we go.
So we are right up to that point. We're 6-0 here with about 16 minutes or so to go in the game, and one more goal, and that would cut the time in half. So we'll see if we can get there. I know Coach Blackford's got big plans tonight. Fire up that grill.
I don't know about that. It's a little hot. We might be I'm gonna be making snow cones.
Where's the snow cone machine? We usually have the snow cone thing out here.
I don't know about that.
We do. The snowy ice.
Yeah,
the truck.
I think that's only for like big events. Mike.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
We do appreciate everything Mr. Rudolph does for us here at Notre Dame, don't we?
Oh,
Coach
for
Blackford?
sure. I mean, he does a great job. I'm sure he's working on his master's program or something.
Yeah,
right
something.
now.
Sure he's doing homework.
Busy all the time. Even though he told me he only does it on Sundays, but you know, I'm sure he's doing something right now. Oof. She won that with her feet. Well struck. That ball's knuckling. Chance here for somebody to win the player of the game, or just to keep it. That could have been it right there.
Well, it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah,
we didn't let the ball
we didn't
hit
let
the
it
ground.
hit the ground. 100%. Yep. And he's calling for the ball. I like that. Here we go.
Some of the wholesale changes.
Looks like Jane Gears is coming off, so she'll kind of hold on. I mean, she has a chance of holding on to that award today.
Maybe we can
player
get
of
up
the
here
game.
before the end of the game.
You know, chance to win the player of the game, because she's not going to give it away at this point, you know, unless there's a ball that comes out of bounds and she completely
Shies away from it on the sideline.
muffs it or doesn't get it back quick enough. I mean, other than that, I think she's probably gonna hold on to it unless we can get a diving header by somebody out there. No, but pretty good day for her. Pretty good day for Horst. You know, DQ. You know, Dahlquist coming out as well. You know, had a stellar performance out there today, really getting up and down like she needed to for us. And then, you know, Carew as well, played hard, won some balls.
And a couple great goals for Carew, too, in the first half.
Yeah, and almost a third. If we had 3 more seconds left in the half, she would have had a third goal. We get the... That's what you got to do there. I mean, we got it all down there today. We got the we're lowering in that body core temperature with those ice towels down there.
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with our trainer. We got a great trainer here from OSF Great Plains
Yeah.
Orthopedics, Greg Gah, and he actually came in earlier today, was really concerned about the heat and the weather, and he's actually on the advisory board with the IHSA related to you know, some of the medical decisions that they make, and they've looked into the heat decisions related to temperature and modifications that should be made to practices and games. And so I think that's a great thing. He came out earlier today, made sure we had an ice bath ready, ice available, towels, wet towels for any situations that might arise.
Yeah, he does a great job. He is here, what, twice a week at lunchtime to
Yes.
make sure treatments are taken care of and watch the progression of all our student athletes. And, you know, we're very appreciative of everything he does. I think parents are very appreciative of everything he does. He truly cares for our athletes, and our athletes know that. And they also know that if Greg tells you to do something, you're doing it, you know, so.
And you can see here we've obviously kept him busy this spring season. I kept him really busy in the fall, so he's definitely earning his money.
Yep.
Great little ball through. Shot on target and
Joseph.
great hands again from the
Joseph
goalkeeper.
Getting a left-footed shot off here. Got some kids that getting some varsity playing time for the first or second time of the year. Let's see what you can do here. See what you can do in the last.
Break out that
11
roster.
minutes.
Give us some names here. Some of these new
so
players
we've
on the
got,
field.
Looks like we've got Sophia Bradshaw has come in to play in the back, along with Meredith Oliver still out there. We got Sammy Lard I'm sorry, not Sammy. Allie Stickelmeyer is in the back
playing
right
along
now
the
as well,
back.
Yeah. Can't see those numbers. I'm getting old. I probably need glasses. I actually have them, I never wear them. What else we got out there?
22 is that
22 is Bradshaw.
Bradshaw, that's what I thought, yep. Playing right back for us right now, making a great play on the ball.
I think that's out on the left flank is Maria Joseph. It was the one that had that left-footed shot here a second ago. What else we got here? I see a couple other freshmen out there. Can't see the number.
It's like Delaney Driscoll still in the midfield for us.
Six is Maloney. Merrick Maloney's in now. 10, it looks like, is Higgins. Mauve Higgins is there. And then we also have, what number is that? 15? 15? That's not Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy, is that
Oh,
Lucy Bennett?
Lucy Bennett, yeah,
yes.
it is. Yep.
On the right wing for us.
Yep. There you go, Russo trying to find Bennett right there as we talk about him. Delaney Driscoll still in there. Ball's to Higgins. She's on. She can't finish.
It'd be great
here.
to get a goal from
Oof.
Higgins.
Another nice save by the keeper. Maeve really had a good opportunity there and tried to tuck it into that far post, and just unfortunately didn't quite get enough on it. But once again, another great save by the keeper. Oh boy, we have to win that out of the air. That's going to be on the soundboard from Coach Blackford. We have to win that out of the air.
So we're working on a Coach Blackford soundboard. So if he's not able to attend any of the games, we can just have that queued up if something were to, a situation like that. He tends to bring up the fact that the ball isn't one in the air or should have headed the ball, and so we have that queued up ready to go. Sure, we can come up with that by the sectional.
With you guys at IT, I mean,
by tomorrow.
that's something you guys. That's a thing.
That's
easy.
easy.
You just do that tonight, or in between dinner and bed, right?
That's right. Do you have some big news coming out hopefully tomorrow about a project in the gymnasium that we're working on this summer?
I saw a sneak peek of that. That is outstanding. Outstanding. So I'm excited to see that come out. That'll be great.
Yeah, so we're looking to redesign the gym floor with our current branding. So a lot of the logos that are still remaining in our gym on the floor are some of the old branding, old logos. And in July, we're going to refinish the floor and put the new logos down. So we're excited about that.
I'm a little concerned, though, that somebody in a position wants to rename it the Dave Rudolph floor. Did he even play basketball?
I mean, I've seen him play basketball, so I can't imagine he played for an organized team from what I've seen.
I mean, he plays a lot of basketball now, but, I mean, did he play basketball? I don't know. I'll have to go back and look through some yearbooks.
I've seen his shot, and I just don't see it.
We'll have to. We'll get back to you on that one. I just don't know where that decision's coming from. But I mean, it's a graphic. We can change it.
Oh, great ball from Allie Stickelmeyer into the box. Oh, a little collision.
Offsides on there. And I'll tell you what, we got girls going at it. Girls are trying to play hard.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a foul. We collided with the goalkeeper, but I don't mind it. I think it's, again, no ill intent there, just trying to make a play on the ball.
Good ball by Meredith Oliver out here to Joseph. Joseph to Maloney. Ooh.
Great strike.
Great hit. That's Oliver?
That's
Meredith,
Oliver, yeah.
That was a
Really
good
struck
hit.
it well.
Yeah, nice. Got a new keeper in it. Is that Wharton?
Sydney Wharton.
Yeah. Oh, jump up. You're good.
That I blame Pat Armstrong. I think he mows the grass here. He must have missed a couple blades of grass right there. So
accidentally lowered the deck, I think, on that pass over there.
Yep. We'll clean it up for the sectional. That won't be there.
We'll have a conversation with him in the morning.
Getting a little parched here. Just feel like
I wish there was
if
someone
we get
to bring us water.
if we get our AD up here with some water, that'd be great.
Where'd
I can't
he
even get
go?
words out of my
Sure.
mouth right now.
I'm sure he's around here somewhere with the water. It's not so much. It's not so much you or I, but I mean,
No.
our camera guy is like dying.
I just remember when we had a different athletic director. I've been here for a while, and just felt like we were always hydrated on the sidelines, and stuff was always taken care of.
No comment. Well done. Well played by the keeper. Our girls are running hard trying to get
Yeah.
after it, you know. It's just
We talked about an opportunity for these girls to get out here and get some minutes in a varsity game, and you know, for these girls, they don't care what the score is. They just have an opportunity to get out here and run with the varsity. It's a cool experience for them. Make the most of every minute you get. Bradshaw's been very involved from this right back
Yeah,
position
she's did a
since she's
nice
come in the
job.
game.
nice ball.
Great ball.
Got forward and a little chance for an assist there.
Maeve again.
Yeah, Maeve is, she's there, you know. She's around to have a hit, kid.
Yeah,
I thought she was going to hit that with the right foot. Oh, have one. Ooh.
Maeve just looks hungry up
Yeah.
there. You know, she's making runs. She's making stuff happen. Meredith Oliver finally gets a break. I think that's her. She's like, oh, you guys finally recognize I hadn't been out yet.
She's trying to play into shape here.
So over there,
She hasn't been out at all though.
she set off a couple flares, I think, to try to get their attention, but it didn't.
Little trip action there by Maloney. About 2.5 minutes to go here.
So this is a conference game. This will wrap up, like we said, the regular season, but also the conference play for us. I believe, well, I know that Normal West finished as champion of the conference. They were able to beat us here at home 1-0, and I believe we finished in second place in the conference alongside Normal Community.
Good punt.
I know Coach Ralph's been stressing all year that the most important thing is how you finish at the end of the year, and we've been able to string off some sectional titles here in a row. So I think he's hoping to get everybody healthy and make a big push here at the end of the year. Finish strong.
Rachel Horst getting some minutes today too. Well, she's been on crutches for the last couple of weeks. It's nice to see her back. Ouch.
Here we go. Here's Maeve
Hey,
again. See if she.
She is hungry.
Oh. Goalie was confident.
Yeah, she
Wasn't that
I was
far
thinking,
off.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, oh boy, I think I'd have had that covered a little bit
Yeah.
better. But you know what? I'm not going to complain what she's
No,
done.
she's
tonight.
done great.
She's had things covered more so than I thought she would, and done a really nice job.
Yeah, I don't think the number of goals that she's allowed is a true representation of the type of goalkeeper that she is.
Yeah.
She's made a lot of great plays, and most of the goals that have been scored, I don't really remember her giving up a bad
She
goal.
hasn't. There's not been one bad goal. They've all been side netting or top shelf shots, and she's done a really nice job of keeping us out and making. I mean, diving saves and parry balls wide saves. Done a really good job. And that'll do it. Irish come away with a 6-0 victory here versus Urbana to finish up second in the conference, as we were talking about. And now we're got time to get ready for the postseason. So,
Are we going to get Jane up here for that interview?
no,
No?
she's got to talk to the team.
Oh, okay.
We got to get the award together.
Yeah, we'll put that together. You won't see it on camera, but we'll definitely get her award.
Shane Gear's definitely the player of the game with that huge head ball there in the first half.
First
So,
half.
yeah, held on to it. That's not easy to do.
Hopefully the rest of the girls hear this broadcast and want to earn that award here in the regional on Tuesday.
Be nice.
All right, Coach, you going to wrap us up?
I think we're good. So, great game by the Irish as we continue to play well as we get ready for the end of the year. We're, like Coach was saying before, we're going to get our kids healthy and get them back out on the field and be at full force when we go up to Geneseo next week. So, we want to thank all our sponsors for making this possible and making sure that, you know, our kids and our families get a chance to see these games live. And we want to thank all our match day supporters, the families and the businesses that have helped us do that. And, we appreciate your support, and we look forward to continue to do this as we move forward here in the postseason. We hope to see you guys when we're doing the sectional here. We hope Notre Dame's playing it. We're pretty confident that we're going to be in it, and be a beautiful thing to finish your year on your field in a sectional final and win a sectional plaque here. So, on behalf of myself and Coach Bear and our cameraman, Mr. Aaron Cunningham, who's done an exceptional job today, we will sign off, and we will see you in a couple weeks. See ya.